In this bag is a bunch of coins from a junk drawer. Now I paid 20 bucks for it because I saw that there was a lot of foreign coins. I thought I saw some silver goodies, some buffalo nickels, and even some wheat cents. Let's delve into it and see how I did. Hey everyone, it's Rob Finds Treasure and welcome back to the channel. Like I said in the intro, got this nice little bag of goodies here. Well, hopefully goodies, but no matter what, I only paid 20 bucks for it. And I thought I saw and heard some silver in there. On top of that, we've got a bunch of buffalo nickels, some wheat cents, and things like that. So I figured, can't be that bad. No matter what, hopefully I can break even on this bag, and we'll see how I do. Now for this video, I think what I'll do is I'll dump it out with normal vision, and then I'll probably do the overhead, and we'll quickly do a time-lapse sort. I'll put the foreigns to the side, the buffaloes to the side, the wheat cents to the side, things like that, and we'll get into it and see what we got. Now, for sake of time, I probably won't go through every single foreign coin, but I will check them off camera, and we'll see if we have anything worthwhile. And obviously, if we have anything silvery in this bag, then we'll go ahead and see the value in that as well. I'll try to get a total value of what I found in here, making the best guesses possible based on condition and, of course, date and mint. All right, enough chit chat. Let's get the bag dumped out and get it sorted. Oh, we got a flip in there as well. There we go. What's the flip? 1929 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel. We'll take that. Sorting through here, that looks like it's silver right off the bat. So we definitely have that probably going to be silver. And we've got a Canadian 1968. That looks like it's going to be 50% silver. It's not sticking, so we know it's got some silver in it. We'll take that. And do I have anything else silvery right off the bat that I can see? Maybe. No, I don't think I have anything else silver in here. Maybe this might be silver. No, I don't think that's silver. 19. Oh, look at that. That's going to be silver. Now it's been altered. 1940. And looks like it might even have a mint mark. 1940. Well, I can't tell actually. So 1940 Merc dime. All right, let me get the overhead set up now. We'll take a quick peek with the sort, do a time lapse on that, and then I'll bring you guys back after the time lapse to show you what we got. All right, we have got it all sorted. I know that time lapse probably was really quick. There wasn't a lot to sort. I mean, there was, but pretty quick and fast sort as far as just getting them into piles. Couple of surprises that I did not see initially. We actually had a silver Canadian quarter from 1963, so I'll definitely take that as well. And even a wartime nickel, 1945 Philly, so we'll take that. We had a handful of regular Jefferson nickels. Nothing exciting here. I guess I can check the 1946 to see if it has that Henning notch, and I'll even weigh it up, but it's heavily damaged. Yeah, probably just a really damaged nickel. These will just be sent back into circulation. We got one Liberty Head V nickel, a 1910, pretty worn. We got four Indian Head cents. We got a nice fatty 1864, so we'll take that. That's got some value in it. Couple of common dates here, 1892 in decent shape, and a 1903 in decent shape. And then the find of the Indian Head cents. I mean, the fatty's nice, but take a look at this. It's damaged, but that's an 1874. That's definitely a better date with a lower mintage. And even in that condition, it does fetch some extra dollars. I'll have to look it up to see, but I'll be looking up the value of most of this stuff to kind of get an idea. A handful of wheat cents. I mean, there could be more back in there, I guess. I haven't checked all the dates. I just put anything that was a Lincoln obverse over here or a wheat cent reverse. A bunch of buffalo nickels, and I even saw some dateless ones in here, so we'll have to see if I need to do some Nic-A-Dating on these as well. And then a bunch of foreigns. If it didn't look or sound silver initially, I just dumped it in here, although there could definitely be some silver pieces within here that I'll double check. Now that I've done that, off camera, I'm going to quickly clean up all this stuff, put a quick value on that and bring it back. Then we'll go through the Buffalo nickels. Then we'll do the foreigns last. Let me get that set up. I'll be back in just a second. All right, I am back. We're saving these for the next part of the video, but for right now, I went ahead and assigned values. I'm only going off melt on the silver. We got a 64%, 10 shilling from Austria, about $5. The Canadian quarter is about $5. And then the Canadian dime, the nickel, and the Merc dime at another $5. So probably $15 in silver melt right here. The Indian head cents, based on condition, probably another 20 bucks. Really, these two, I only added like $6 for this 1874 because it's pretty toasty. And I added $10, which is a fair price, on this dated 1864 fat cent. And just a few bucks on the other ones in total. So $20 here, plus $15 there, plus $1.20 basically for these. We're already at $36.20 for just this side without touching this yet. So basically, I've already almost doubled the value of the $20 just on the left-hand side. Now let me go ahead and go through all of these, I guess, wheat cents, see if we have any better dates, check for any varieties. I know I don't have my penny mat up here. I have my nickel mat, but we're saving that for the Buffaloes. And I'll be back in just a second with an assigned value for these. I'll tell you right now, if there is nothing that is a better date or any varieties, I'm only calling these about 3 cents a piece because that's their copper value, and we'll keep it simple. Let me do that really quick. I'll be back with a recap on the Wheaties. Well, that was simple. There's only 17 wheat cents up here, so we'll call it 50 cents in value. A bunch of 40s. There was 3 1941s, but no DDOs, and only 3 from the 50s, so nothing exciting. We do have the world's smallest wheat cent right here, 1955 Denver, that's been altered, and it's funny. Recently on a stream, I found the world's smallest memorial back, and it's a lot smaller than that one, and that wheat cent's a lot smaller than they should be. So, yeah, no extra value there. We'll call it 50 cents. Now it's time to move on to the Buffalo nickels. I'll be doing these off camera. Let me get them sorted. If I have any great finds between now and the sort, I'll bring it back in. Otherwise, I'll bring it back in at the end after the sort. And hopefully, we have some good finds and not a bunch of dateless ones. We are back, and I have all the Buffalo nickels sorted. And unfortunately, there's a lot of dateless ones. We have 3 Nic-A-Dated ones that are damaged. They're worth 5 cents each. A handful, well, a stack of dateless Philadelphia ones, or at least I can't see a mint mark. We have 4 dateless with Denver mint marks and 3 dateless with San Francisco mint marks. I'll probably Nic-A-Date these here in a second to see if we have any better dates in there. As far as value, ones that are dateless like this, they're probably 10 cents each. Again, these are damaged, so they're 5 cents. And if I can get dates on these, I can raise the value from 10 cents or more, or I can lower them to be 5 centers like the other ones. Down here are all the ones I can read the dates on. We have a 1918 Philly, a 1919 Philly. We have 3 1920 Phillies. The best find of the Buffalo nickels are going to be this dated 1921, slightly lower mintage, probably worth a few extra bucks because it's dated and it's a slightly better date. We have a 1923, a 1926, a 1927, a 1928, the 29P and a 29D, and then a 35 P&D and a 36 P&D. No varieties that I could see on any of those, so don't have to go out looking for any more varieties as far as this hunt's concerned. Now let me move on to Nic-A-Dating these just to see if we possibly have some better dates. Again, once you Nic-A-Date them, you take them from being a 10-cent coin down to 5 cents, or if it's a better date, you get about 10 to 20% of the better date's value because it's damaged. Let me do these 7 coins really quick. I'll bring it back after I have them done with what I found. Well, I've used my trusty Nic-A-Date so far on the S-minted ones. We have a 25S and a 16S, slightly better dates, but I've only assigned low values to them because, again, they're Nic-A-Dated. I'll go ahead and show you the dates really quick. You can clearly see that 1925 on there, and there's an S mint mark on the back. Let me just double check that mint mark, make sure it's not a Denver. Yeah, no, that's an S. You can see the top of the S right there. And then the 1916S, hopefully it comes out on camera. You can just make it out, 1916, and a San Francisco mint mark on the back of that one. No doubter. But the find of the S mints, holy cow, I thought it was a 1915 S at first. Then I took a closer peek, and you can clearly see that's a 1913. 1913, I'll put it under the scope. Yeah, no doubter. That's a 3, not a 5. 1913, and believe it or not, 1913S Type 2. Type 2 flat mound reverse, not raised mound. I even double checked the back to make sure I'm not seeing things. That's an S. 1913S Type 2 is the key date for the Buffalo Nickel series, and even though it's Nic-A-Dated, it's a clear date. It's probably AG3 on the front, but it's probably VG or at least G4 on the back. So even in a retail type grade of G4, that's a $250 coin, probably more like $175 for a dealer if they were to buy it without it being Nic-A-Dated. So I think it's between a $15 to $25 coin. I had $25 there just to kind of give you guys an example of 10% of $250, but it's probably closer to $15 to $20 because it'd be a nice book filler for somebody who couldn't afford a regular dated one because they get expensive. That's the find of the hunt. I'm going to revise that just to be conservative to $15 just to make sure, because I'm sure a $15 Type 2 is feasible for some people looking to fill their collection up with a book filler. We did really well on the S's. Now let me go ahead and Nic-A-Date the Denvers and see what we got here and bring you back with my findings. All right, we finished the Denver ones. One I really can't make out. I think it's a 1918 Denver. I think it is, and I can't discern whether it's the 18 over 17, but definitely a 1918 Denver in my opinion. But because I can't make sure it is, we're calling it 5 cents. 3 better dates, and honestly, whenever you Nic-A-Date something with a mint mark on the back, it's usually in the teens, not always, but usually, and typically it's better dates, just heavily worn. 15D better date, 17D better date, 20D slightly better date. I'm just going to call them all $1 each because honestly, you can find these in decent condition out there, circulated or not, and this one's really trashed. So we took a little bit, probably liberties in calling that one $1, but 1917 Denver on that one, and 1920 Denver on that one. So not a lot of extra value in the Denver ones as expected, but we still got some extra value. Let me add up all the Buffalo nickel value, add it to my sheet, give you a grand total before we get to the foreign coins. All right, I've tallied up all of the Buffalo nickels, and based on what I think the value is, we're going to add another $25.50. That brings the total now to $62, not including the foreign. Of course, the find of the hunt is going to be the Nic-A-Dated 1913S Type 2 key date Buffalo nickel. And yeah, what a surprise there. I have found these before by doing Nic-A-Dates. I actually have a how-to Nic-A-Date video. If you want to watch that, up here, check it out. I'll show you how I do that. Now, it's an older video, but you can definitely check that one out. Or if you'd like, I did a recent Nic-A-Dating video on a whole bunch of Denver and San Francisco Buffalo nickels. You can also check that one out. I'll put another link for that one if you want up here as well. Now that we've got $62 in value without the foreign coins, I'm going to quickly run through these off camera, look up ones I'm uncertain of, and give you guys an assigned value for things like this. Typically, if there's nothing extremely valuable, like no silver or better dates or better coins in there, I'm going to call it a bulk buy, and I usually can get about, $10 to $15 minimum for a 3-pound bag of these. So this probably is only about a pound. We'll call it $3 to $5 if I don't see any other valuable coins like silver or whatnot in there. I'm starting to ramble. Let me get that going. I'll bring you guys back with what I found. Well, I've gone through all of the foreign coins. There's some nicer conditioned coins in here. It's always nice seeing a nice British 1 pound. We've got a 1966, well, a couple of them, pretty nice condition, una peseta from Spain. We've got some beautiful, well, at least this one is, 1978 20 centavos from Mexico. A bunch of Mexico un pesos from 1971, a 72, a 75, even a 5 pesos from Mexico as well. And yeah, bottom line is, all of these coins, listen, if I were to price them out individually, we'd get a lot more than I'm going to assign the value. But I think conservatively, we've got $5 to $8 in value. We'll call it $8 for a nice round number if I were to sell them in lots. So $8 on top of the 62 for me, looks like we got about $70 in value from that $20 bag. Now, that's my value, of course. You guys could say it's worth less or worth more. That's what I think. I think I was pretty fair overall. No matter what, we got $15 melt in silver alone. And even if we just called everything else $5, that'd be $20. So I think I did pretty good on this. You guys let me know in the comments down below how you think I did. Is $70 in value fair? Was I over? Was I under? I'd like to hear your thoughts and your comments. Either way, I had fun going through that bag. Hopefully you guys had fun going through it with me. I know it's somewhat of a long video, but you guys have asked for longer videos, so we've done one. If you enjoyed this bag hunt, please give me that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.